Today, I'm here with an inspiring business owner to uncover the behind the scenes of her journey, her wins, her struggles, and the real stories that led up to her success. She's a doctor, an MSc holder, a hajia, a wife, and a leading entrepreneur in the local food industry. She's the CEO of Eat by Noor. So, Dr. Mrs. Rashida, tell us about your foundation. How did you start? Where did you go to school? Where were you brought up? How did you become a doctor in the first place?
I grew up in Tamale in an area called Kalpohin Estates.
Okay.
But later, my family moved to an area called Jisonayili. So I had my basic school from Little Flower Nursery to Tiumba Basic School, where I had my primary and junior high, and then moved further to Tiayamas in Kumasi for my senior high, then back to Tamale at UDS Tamale for Doctor in Medical Laboratory Science course, and from there I relocated to Accra, where I started practicing and also established my entrepreneurship business.
So, why did you want to become a doctor in the first place? Was it a childhood dream? Was it something you saw?
So growing up, I had always wanted to be a doctor, but somewhere along the line, I changed my mind and I wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh, really?
Yes, but you know how African parents are, they have much influence on your career.
Yeah.
So my parents actually wanted me to be a doctor, and then I had to move in that line. So I did science course at senior high, and from there went to UDS to study Doctor of Medical Laboratory Science.
Okay. Even I wanted to be a journalist when I was younger, but I'm an accountant by profession. You became a doctor. What happened? How did you then move from being a doctor to going into the local food industry?
So when I completed school, I relocated to Accra to further my national service.
Okay.
Yes, so after national service, there was this period where we didn't have clearance to work yet.
Okay.
So I was at home, let me say, idle. And I've always had passion for cooking ever since I was 9 years old.
Hey! Please impart me. I need impartation. Wow.
Yes. So how I began the wasawasa business in particular is because wasawasa is my favorite local dish from the north.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So when I moved to Accra here, I couldn't have access to it because it's not common here.
So you decided to make your own.
Yes, but before that, so my parents used to send the wasawasa, the prepared one, from Tamale all the way to Accra through flights. Yes, almost all the time. And at a point, I felt like I was just overburdening them.
Okay.
Yes, so I was like, then why don't you go and learn how to prepare this, since it's something you like to eat often? So I had to go back to learn. But before I went, so I had this friend who introduced me to another lady who used to sell wasa. So she's the one I actually learned how to prepare it from. Another thing is, so I thought there are other people like me who also wanted to enjoy wasa in Accra here, but didn't have access to it just because it's not common.
You found a problem and you solved it.
Yes. So that was how I began. From my kitchen, I sent flyers through my friends to share that I'm beginning to sell wasa.
Wow.
Yes.
But what exactly is wasa? For those of us who don't know what it's about, what is it made from? How is it processed? How is it eating? What does it taste like?
Yes. Okay, so the English name for wasa is yam couscous.
Yam couscous?
Yes.
So couscous as in the Burkina Faso. I know they have a food called couscous.
Yes.
Okay.
So wasa is common in Burkina Faso as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And this one is because it's made from yam.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just it's similar to acheke, but acheke is cassava couscous, while wasa is yam couscous.
Hey, okay. I didn't know that. I just know it as acheke. Okay, cool,
Yes.
cool.
So the process in making the wasa is, it starts from the yams, after they are being harvested, they are cleaned and peeled. And then after peeling, you dry it, you mill it into flour, and you reprocess the flour into these tiny grains, and then you steam.
Do you use the peel and the yam or the...
We use the yam itself.
Okay.
But then you see, with like normal preparation of any food from yam, we just peel and then we throw away the peels. But with wasa wasa, we don't throw the peels away. We actually take the little yam from the peels.
Okay, so after you peel the yam,
Yes.
you peel off the brown part.
Yes, the outermost layer.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And then add the
The
different...
little yam to the original
No
yam.
wastage.
No
Oh, wow.
wastage.
Okay, but does it make a difference? Does that outer layer make a difference?
Yes, it's going to make it taste gritty and rough
Okay.
and itchy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that part is taking off, and then you add the
inner yam.
the inner yam that was
To the
peeled
original
to the
yam.
original. Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay, and then it is milled, it is dried,
Yes.
and then milled into a
Yes.
powder,
Yes.
and then made into the
Yes.
grains.
Yes, please.
Right, and then the process of cooking is steaming.
Yes.
So you can
This is
steam it
steaming.
and then eat it with stew.
Yeah, so transforming this back into the ready-to-eat wasa wasa, all you need to do is add hot water to this, then let it sit for about 5 minutes, after which you add ordinary water and you strain. After straining, you choose to either microwave or steam.
Okay.
When you're using microwave, it takes lesser time than the steaming.
Steaming.
Yes.
But the steaming is the original form.
Yes, the original
The
form.
microwave is for the DBs and the
Gen
Gen Zs. Okay. Nice. But tell us, what challenges have you faced during this journey of introducing this new food concept to the South? Because even though some Southerners knew about it, it wasn't very popular as it is now.
Yes. So as for the challenges, there are a lot. But then one main challenge at the beginning was trying to convince people to accept it.
Okay.
Because even though it existed, it wasn't common.
Yes.
Yes, it wasn't common at all. So it was like you're now trying to convince people that this is genuine, it's original, it's authentic.
Okay.
So most of the frequently asked questions were, is it real wasa wasa? Like, when you cook it, is it like the northern?
taste
Yes.
right?
Almost everyone was asking the same thing, and also others used to ask about the shelf life.
Okay.
Because people were a bit skeptical, as if they get it, how long is it going to take before going bad?
Okay.
Yes. So with this, it doesn't really have an expiry date, but we just have a best before date. There's a difference between expiry and best before.
What's the difference? I have no idea. What's the difference between expiry dates and best before?
Okay, so when something is expired, meaning it's completely gone bad and it cannot be used anymore. But you see, the best before is like you can still take it. It's not gone bad, but it's just as good enough before that date. But it can still last beyond that date.
Okay, it can last beyond that date, but the probability of it not tasting as fresh,
Yes.
okay, before the date is quite
Yes,
high.
but when it's expired, it's completely gone bad.
So it means it cannot be eaten at all.
all.
Right. Tell us about your registration process. I know it's a bit difficult starting a business in Accra, the registration, and even with food, FDA, accreditation and all that. How was your journey like? What was the process like for you?
The process was tedious.
Okay.
It took almost a whole year to get it accredited.
Wow.
Yes, the reason being that with the FDA, as part of the requirements, you have to submit your samples.
Okay.
So when you submit the samples, depending on the products you are giving them, the time taken for the product to be tested varies. So we also had help from some partners who actually helped to push for us to get the FDA on time.
On time.
Yes.
And that one said it was still 1 year.
Yeah, it was almost. It took quite some time.
Wow. Okay, so tell us, I'm actually very curious about this. How do you manage your time? How are you a wife? How are you managing your home with your business, with your work? And you are still a nice person because you've been laughing throughout, actually. I don't think I can do that.
Well, it's been challenging with regards to the time management.
Okay.
It will get to a point where you are almost losing your relationships with people because people feel you don't have time for them. So it's difficult explaining to them that, oh, it's because of the business I have now. I don't really have so much time on my side, but like you are cheering them on and then you are here for them if they need you. Yes, because previously the time you used to make for them
will be diverted into the business.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because now you'll be spending long hours, sleepless nights sometimes. Yes, because as a small business like this, you are your own marketer, you are your own salesperson, you are your own HR, you are your own CEO, accountant, yes, content creator.
One person.
Yes.
Then when you finish,
then
you go home and service your husband.
Exactly.
Wow.
And combining it with professional job as well.
I can imagine.
And you still have to be nice to
people build relationships, go for weddings and
it's not
funerals.
Easy. So it has really affected my relationships with some friends.
So what would be your advice to someone who is starting something new in a field that they are not very familiar with? So like in your case, you were a doctor and you decided to delve into the local food industry. What would be your advice to them generally?
Yes, so it's risky, but then our advice that they should venture into it. You never know what could be good for you, and that could just be your path to success.
Okay.
And then also, every expert started as a beginner. So
baddest.
So start now.
Okay.
And hopefully in the future, you're going to be an expert in the field you've chosen to venture in.
Okay, so right now, if I want to buy some wasa from Eat By Nu, how do I order? Do you have a shop? Do you have partners? How does it work?
Yes, so we have a physical shop located few meters from Ashale Boche School Junction.
Okay.
And also we have some in Tamale at Jowato SME Marketplace.
Okay.
And we also have some in Accra here at My Ghana Town and then the Yenzi Ghana Mall. Nice. And we are still working to get more partners to help with the sales.
So are we able to order online? How about online? Are we able to order on Instagram?
Yes, on Instagram. We have social media pages on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and on Snapchat. Okay. And we also have a WhatsApp platform.
Nice.
We do deliveries, but if you want to pick up as well, it's fine. You can find us on social media platforms such as Instagram at Eat By Noor, EATBYNOOR is one word.
Okay.
On Facebook, same Eat By Noor, but they are separated. Eat space by space Noor. And on Snapchat, Eat_by Noor. And on TikTok at Eat By Noor, one word. And our contact number is also 024-769-3055 on WhatsApp.
Let's talk about pricing. How much do I need to get a package of this? This is 1 kg, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so how much do I need to buy this?
So the retail price is 140 cedis.
Okay.
Yes, and the wholesale price is 120 for a number of packs, 20 packs or more.
Okay. Do you ship to people outside of Ghana, outside of Accra?
Yes, we do. We've actually delivered to all the regions in Ghana.
Okay.
And we've also shipped to all the continents.
Hey,
some countries in
international entrepreneurial person. Wow, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Like, thinking about even the process of exporting is a whole stress on its own.
Yes.
And the fact that you've been able to do it and you've pushed it and it's flourishing.
Yes.
It's a big one.
Yes, so we do international shipping and we do local deliveries all over the country.
Okay. And do you have a website, or those who are trying to purchase internationally have to do that through social media?
Yes, so for now, they do via the social media handles and WhatsApp. But we are currently working on our website, which will be ready very soon.
So we should stay tuned and expect it.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, we are working on some new products, so just anticipate.
Hey, I cannot wait. I hope we'll be giving samples to try.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Now, I want to know, if you had to choose between working professionally as a doctor and then owning, creating, and managing this local food entrepreneurial business based on just finances, based on your income? Which would you choose?
I choose my business.
You choose your business. Can you tell us why? Is it because it's higher or
Yes,
it's because it's flexible?
lucrative.
Okay.
And then, even though there are challenges, but the benefits outweigh the
The
challenges.
challenges.
Yes, so that's the reason.
So you'd encourage everyone to
Oh,
go
yes.
on that entrepreneurial journey.
Yes.
I want to
Please
start
do.
something,
Please
Charlie.
do not give up. Follow your dreams. Do not be afraid. It's always challenging at the beginning, but you need patience and determination. As time goes, you flourish.
What does Noor stand for? Because I heard you say eat by Noor. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Yes, please. Noor.
Noor.
Yes. So Noor is an Arabic word.
Okay.
And it means the divine light. It's referring to Allah.
Okay, so eat by divine light. If we are translating it into English,
Literally.
eat by divine light. Anyways, thank you so much for your time. It's been great having you here. And we
Thank
wish
you
you
for
the
having
very
me.
best in your journey ahead.
Thank you too. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you guys for sticking and staying with us. It's been a wonderful episode with the CEO of Eat by No. There will be more coming your way. Bye.